Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3S's. I'm your host, Chantele Francis, here to talk about episode 25 of Love Island USA Season 7. What has happened? Oh, they just had the heart rate challenge. And so right now we have Shelly annoyed with Huda for the fact that she was doing too much with Ace. Now, was she doing too much? Let's talk about that in the comments below, but I need to find out what the big deal was because everybody was doing the most. She was kissing up on Chris. So, and she went back in for seconds and thirds with Chris. So like, I don't know why. I mean, I get why she's annoyed with Huda because Huda was very territorial over Jeremiah, but that was her boundary that she sat with Jeremiah. That wasn't necessarily the boundary that Shelly set with Ace. And if she hasn't said it explicitly, like, hey, I don't want anybody kissing up on Ace, then Huda doesn't necessarily know that it's like he's off limits, especially since she said they're still open and they're still exploring. So I don't know. Like, look at Iris, making out with Nick and Sierra. Huda can always say like, oh, I thought that we were just so close that like, you know, it was fine. Like it wouldn't matter because I'm not interested in Ace. Anyways, I don't know. It's just giving a bit forced, giving a little bit of like trying to have a storyline, because if you were that into Ace that nobody could touch him, like, haven't you said something? Why did you just say that you're still open and wanting to explore Chris? So I don't know. I'm not sure where I fully stand. I definitely can say that I think Shelly overreacted. Definitely can say that. But does she have the right to? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, guys. All right, let's watch this episode.
Clark was like, what the fuck? He clearly got turned on over there.
But also, though, if he really was into Alandria, he would still have made out with her because like, he could blame it on a challenge. I think it's because he's not attracted to her, and he's been kind of saying this the whole time. Right now, he's blaming it on the respect for Clark, which I do think is true to a certain extent. But if he wanted to make out with her, he would have, I think.
I think it was just a physical thing.
Okay. Yeah. Who do you think like did the most?
Well, do you know what? Like they do seem like a boring couple. Now, obviously, Adrina is beautiful, hot, sexy, all of the above, but she doesn't necessarily have the best chat. Like, I'm even thinking when she was her and Jeremiah, they were just kind of like giggling and like, oh, you think I'm pretty? You think I'm pretty? Like, it wasn't anything with substance, really. And so I can understand Brian, that's his name, right? Not really being that interested in her. And I mean, I don't know if Jaden would be the person that I would think that he would try for next, but maybe he feels that she's the most attainable, I guess, in comparison to everybody else, maybe. I mean, obviously she's very pretty, but I don't know if she'd be like the person that I'd be like, oh my God, she's the one I'm going for. Maybe she's prettier in person. She's pretty, obviously, but she doesn't necessarily do it for me. I don't find her hot, you know? But anyways, we'll see what happens there, since Adrina also did say that she wanted to still explore things, you know, that she's going to go and see what's going on with her and Pepe. So maybe that's his opening to go and see what's going on with Jaden.
I'm literally like, I want to throw on gloves and like fight you.
Wow, it's getting him that mad. Well, lock it down then, Nick. If you have a problem with it, at this point, you guys are still open, essentially. But like, he's not interested in anybody else. But you guys are still open officially. And if there was a girl in there that was interested in you, Nick, would you be shutting it down or like saying like no to her? Like, I doubt it. I can't believe like I'm agreeing with Nick here. I mean, with Ace, where Ace basically said the same thing I said, that she doubled back with Chris And so like, is she supposed to like, why is that okay? And like Huda and her and him having whatever. Like they keep on saying that she took it too far. She went OD. What does OD stand for? Overdoing it, overdone? I'm not sure. But like it was a challenge. They're dressed promiscuously. Like it's not about dancing anymore. It's about grinding and humping. And because there's so many people in the villa, that you can't be doing all that on the actual couch, like the benches around the fire pit. So they had to take I'm spitting. They pay people over to like that mat to like lay them down to like grind on them. I don't know. The whole challenge is different than how it started with like it just being about dancing and like getting people's heartbreak on. Now it's a little bit more about like being provocative sexually, which is fine. But like, what's too far? What is it too far? And why is Ace off limits when you guys haven't stated that you guys were off limits to everybody else? You know?
Sorry for kissing Sierra.
What did you say? Oh, I thought it was gonna be funny. You knew it wasn't gonna be funny. But I am it's interesting that he's reacting so much to this because he hasn't closed their door. He hasn't made her his girlfriend. He hasn't decided that he didn't want anybody to pursue her. Like it would be different if they were in a close relationship and he decided to go and pursue her. Like that would be disrespectful. But like you guys are coupled up in the villa, but you don't have any sort of official relationship status. Like you're gonna have to take that one, Nick. Like too bad.
Fucking like shit.
Yeah.
I think that Clark is handling it like a champ. I have to agree with Grayson and Jaden because it's just like Alandria shouldn't still be in the villa really at this point. Like usually when you come back from Casa, you make your decision and the other person is single and then they eventually get dumped. So the fact that she's still there and then also that she was in the villa for the last couple of days of the Casa Amor thing as like a twist. I think that was unfair for Taylor and Clark. Like I just think that was just unfair for their relationship to be able to grow in any sort of way. I'm really annoyed right now that she's having a conversation with him. She needs to have let that ship sail because he keeps on choosing Clark instead of you. So just to show like what you're missing, like I think you just need to like cut that off cold turkey personally. That's my feeling about it. If you guys differ about how you think that she should be handling the situation, let me know in the comments below. But as far as I can say is like, what did Steve Harvey say? Don't let a man tell you that he don't want you twice. And he's told her like many times. So I think that she just needs to just look in another direction and not entertain this at all anymore.
Like, what? Me? Yeah, you got me for sure.
It's still really awkward though. I know they're talking about how he got his heart rate going and that was the point of the challenge and they're talking about it. Like I feel uncomfortable. It's probably because he feels uncomfortable. I don't know. This whole thing is uncomfortable for me.
I wanted to talk to you and let you know where I was coming from.
I wanted to. I mean, maybe you did. But don't be telling her this because this is going to make her think that there's still a chance. Unless he wants to be in another triangle again. Even he said that he doesn't like being between two women. It's too stressful. So I don't know if he just wants it, why he would want to bring her back in, maybe to feel like the man, like, I don't know. But Taylor, you got to dig your heels in and stick with your decision because I don't know if I can deal with you doing this again. Like two women fighting over you. No, thank you.
Oh, my gut feeling.
Mhm.
See, a feeling he never had before, and that was probably lust and attraction and desire. Like, he didn't have that feeling with you. And maybe anybody else that he's ever dated, but like, he wants to be with her. It seems he wants to make out with her. He wants to be lovey-dovey and cuddly with her. It's because he's likes her and is attracted to her in a different way than he liked you.
Was enough for you to just throw me to the wolves? It's like, why would I even keep on investing time into you?
Exactly. Why? You shouldn't. Do not. Please stop. 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 He's trying to let you down easy. Like, just step away from Taylor. Find a new connection.
Ain't shit intentional. It's a fucking challenge. Okay.
I agree with Chris. It was a fucking challenge. Like, I mean, Huda's all upset. I think she must only be this upset because she feels that she actually did a little bit wrong. But Chris is even saying that she doesn't even like Ace that way, which is true. Like, I don't think that anybody's into Ace other than you, Shelly. So, like, I don't know why she's freaking out so much. Like, I don't even think Shelly's actually into Ace. Like, I don't know. It's all just seems a little bit made up storyline to me. Sorry. I'm not really buying it. It's like, I don't know. I just don't buy it.
I know I'm aggravated and annoyed, so.
That's also kind of annoying. Just have the fucking chat. Like, get mad at her about it. I feel like it's her not having it tonight just to drag it on so she has a storyline for tomorrow. Like, I don't know. It just seems like you should nip this in the bud before you go to bed if it wasn't a little bit contrived, right? Like, if my friend was doing something with my boyfriend or somebody that I was seeing, and we're on a show like this where, you know, we have to live with each other and see each other every day, and my friend who did me wrong wants to come up and talk to me, I'll be like, you know what? Let's work through this right now because I don't want to go to bed angry. But if I didn't want to work it through in that moment, it would be because I'd want her to suffer for longer. So I would want her to be like in pain for longer, and I don't want it to be resolved because, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just to play out her storyline.
It's like, leave me alone. Like, you're pissing me off. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But you never really made it clear that you felt that way about Ace. Like with Huda, I can understand from Huda being like, I didn't know that you fucked with Ace the way that, like, I was fucking with Jeremiah. Like, you never expressed that you were that serious about Ace. So, anyways.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, 100%.
Be back.
These two dudes having a chat in these ridiculous outfits. It's gonna be like a bro down, like the dick measuring contest, and being like, keep away from my girl, she's mine. And he'll be like, are you guys closed off? Are you in a relationship? Well, then what's the problem? Like, which is just a challenge. Why are you so vexed?
I was really upset. But at the end of the day, people are always going to say...
You haven't locked it down yet, Nick. If you lock it down, then you maybe have a reason to be upset. But it's not a closed relationship. She's open. She's allowed to explore. You're allowed to explore. You like her. We get it. But, like, he hasn't done anything wrong. So you guys aren't friends. What's the issue? But kind of like, out of all the people to kiss, you're saying like you're to kiss somebody that you had a connection with. That's obviously going to be the one person that makes Ace feel a certain type of way, is the person that you've been feeling and that you still want to explore. So that's what I'm kind of saying. Why are you so mad at Huda, who I don't think is interested in Ace at all? And like, it's just a challenge seemingly to her, and they're just having fun and just being kind of silly and over the top. But like, you actually went twice, maybe even 3 times, to make out with the guy that you do have interest in and that you are feeling. So who's the hypocrite? I don't know. Maybe both of you guys?
What do you think?
I understand what, like, I'm confused with your perspective, Shelly, here. The fact that you don't see that it's somebody that you have a connection with that you are making out with is a little bit different than making out with somebody for just the performance element of it. Even if you kiss more people, if you're not into that person, then it doesn't actually matter, right? I understand why it hurts more when you know that that person is exploring the other person, then you have to watch that. But if it's just like making out with somebody for the challenge, like, it seems like a who cares to me. I don't know. I don't know if I understand your perspective fully here, Shelly.
Your handling
This is what I'm saying. He's like, you're beautiful. Like, he never felt compelled to say any of those things to Alandria ever. So Shelly's getting fed. So she has Ace bring her, I think they're fake orchids and some breakfast. And then Chris brought breakfast for both Shelly and Huda. They're sitting beside each other getting ready, but they have not talked yet about nothing.
You should, bro. That kiss was nice, yeah.
I like the idea of Maya and Elan. I'm happy that Zach with a K, he coupled up with her, so she wasn't going to be kicked out of the villa or anything like that. But I haven't really seen him giving her that much energy. So if Elan is going to step it up and give her everything that she needs, like understand that she has a big heart and that she's just a lover girl, I could get behind that coupling for sure.
Where's the pancakes? It's the flowers.
It's true, though. He definitely put more love into his plate for Shelly than he did for you. Both a decently nice presentation, but it was giving that he wanted to impress Shelly more than you, Huda.
That's cool. One thing about me, y'all know I'm going to explore some shit.
Are you really? Have you really explored some shit? Zach, Brian, Austin. Zach, well, maybe he did step forward for her beforehand, but she was only interested in Taylor, so she didn't really give him that chance. Okay, maybe explore that a little bit. Then also Brian, we know that Brian is like not feeling Adrina anymore, really, and is looking to explore, so that's potential. But he's looking at Jaden, so I just feel like if Jaden is who he's most attracted to, then maybe Alandria is not his type or what he was interested in right now. And Austin, you're gonna circle back to Austin. That's weird. Maybe they had something going on that I never knew about, but not Austin. Sorry.
How do y'all feel about that?
I do not think that she should be. Just leave Taylor alone. Sierra, you better come in with your words of wisdom and be like, if he's not choosing you, don't be chasing him. Mm-mm. Finally, going on a date. There's been no dates this season, just Huda and Jeremiah like a month ago, because there's been no couples, nobody wanting to say that they actually like somebody. Everybody's just staying open. So like, yeah, so this is the first date. That's cool. See, that's another thing too. If you had gone on a date maybe with Ace, Shelly, maybe then it would be glaringly obvious that you guys were locked in. But it hasn't been. It hasn't been. They are very cute, in my opinion. I like the fact that she's nervous, she's giddy, she's excited about it. He's saying he's been waiting for this for a long time, so hopefully he's gonna lock it down. Like, just lock it down. Unless you want to do the grand gesture inside the villa, like I was suggesting that you do. I think that you should make your something a little bit more official here. If you want to win this game, this show, you're going to have to make it official. The view was pretty incredible. Even if he's not talking about the ocean, it looked fucking spectacular, to be fair.
No.
Maybe. I don't know if this is why she's pissed. I think it's just she's pissed that like you are not giving her the same respect that you expected from everyone else. I don't think that she feels threatened necessarily by you and your beauty, but I think it's more like, wait, we gave you respect with your relationship. Why aren't you giving me the same respect with mine? And then you had to do like the most and like just wanted me to be okay with it. I don't think you did that. Like it was that bad what you did to get this like reaction. But I understand both sides here, and I don't think it has anything to do with your looks. I think it has to do with your morals and what you expect from others that you are not willing to give to her. I mean, she's not obsessed with him like she was with Jeremiah, but they do have like. Maybe because she's better at just settling in with somebody, but they do have closeness. He's kissing her on her head. He is saying that Shelly is the person that he wants to pursue more. I mean, it showed in the pancakes, but he says that his feelings for Huda are growing stronger. He's willing to deal with her emotions about the situation with Shelly. He's wiping away her tears. So it could all be put on because he's on a TV show and he doesn't want to look like a jerk and he wants to stay on the show. So he doesn't want to alienate his only connection. It's very possible, but he doesn't have to do all these things. And so they have a decent thing going on. Can you tell I'm praying? All right, it's time, Nick. Say, will you be my fucking girlfriend? Jesus. Closed off, Nick. You didn't want to say the girlfriend word. Will you be my girlfriend? I mean, maybe saving it for another time. Fine. Finally. Jeez Louise. Don't stop looking. I think they're cute, guys. I think they're cute. I'm sorry. I think she's into him. I do think he's into her. Their kisses don't make me cringe. I'm in. Sold. I'm sold right here.
Need more effort into these new connections because I can't put too much effort into Taylor because it's like,
don't put any effort into Taylor. Just go all in on new connections, please. Not that I want you to get back with Taylor or anything like that, but if there was any sort of possibility that you guys would get back together, the best way for this to happen is for you to completely ice him out. Pay him no more mind. He might feel the loss of that energy that you have towards him, and he might miss that. Guys fall in love by missing you, so make him miss you. And go and pursue Zach since you had great conversations and you guys really vibed. Do that. No doing it for Taylor. Like, just do it for you and for your connection with Zach. Please.
Oh no, we're not finding the common ground, which is
I'm on Ace's side here. It's the same. Well, it's not the same thing, but they both have faults in what they're doing. And I don't think what Shelly was doing was any better. They both were making out with people in a challenge when they're both open. The only thing that's different is for Ace, in your opinion, it's how long he was doing it with these people that don't matter. And for Ace, he's annoyed with how many times you did it with somebody that does matter. So I don't know why Shelly's getting so upset. It must be because she realizes that she's she's being a little bit of a hypocrite and she's a little bit in the wrong and she's not actually taking any responsibility because I don't know why she's getting so like excited. I can't believe I'm siding with Ace here, but I don't agree with you here, Shelly. Exactly. You should have, okay, if you were closed off before this challenge, all of this would be completely different because I don't think that Huda would have done anything. I just think that it would have been a completely different situation. But also at the same time, Ace, I think, is a little bit emotionally stunted and he doesn't necessarily want to be vulnerable. And so I think this gives him an easy out to be like, oh, I don't want to be closed off anymore because like, this is what happens when, within a relationship with us and we're not able to have a common ground here. So I don't think we're ready to be more serious. I get it. But I think it also could be him putting up his armor.
Earlier, I gave Ace a Rubik's Cube.
I wonder why he's so confused. You're on Love Island. It's supposed to be for making connections, like potentially being in a love relationship. So just hanging out with the guys all day, I totally would get it if that Maya is annoyed by it. I mean, like, hey, well, like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything towards creating a love experience. So I find it interesting, though, that Elan is telling him about this. Is it so he can be like, okay, well, if you're not interested in her anymore, like, can I swoop in? And is Chris also swooping in? What's happening? What is happening? And when is Alandria going to talk to Zach?
It was just going around in circles.
I still can't believe that I'm siding with Ace, but I see where he's coming from. I see that because she has a connection with this person that she's told him about it. She said, I want to explore this guy still. We have a good connection. You kissing him, it's like some like women or people that forgive their partners for cheating. They can forgive if it's just somebody that they banged, right? Like it was like nobody, they don't know their name. It was just like a one night stand. They're both drunk, whatever it is. They can get over it. But if they had an emotional connection, if they were texting, if they were like going out for dinners and like spending time together and really creating a bond, that is a lot different if they have sex. Like that means that there was a connection that was made. And so I totally understand why Ace might feel as though it's a bit more weighted for the fact that she has a connection with him. And I'd be annoyed that she doesn't see his perspective.
Wow, look who's back. How did it go?
So Elad wishes, she always was into Nick, but Nick was never claiming her, never saying that they were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And so she didn't want to close the door with you, Elad, just in case Nick just brought somebody back, to be honest. So she picked Nick. Obviously, it was a different recoupling ceremony, right? From Casa. So if it was regular, I bet you she would have brought you back. So she did want to still get to know you if they were continuing to be open, but you could tell that she was always more into Nick. It's just he's had more time.
In that moment while I'm having the conversation, felt like a little bit of a punch in the gut.
I mean, it's over, Elan. Like officially over. You're gonna hear him talk about how they are closed off. So you're done.
And we just like chopped it up about,
I'm not gonna lie. I would love for someone to say that I want to do life with you. That's pretty cool. I don't know if he said do life with you, but he doesn't want to be dating anybody else right now. So the boys spilled it first, huh? So she's gonna catch up because the girls all looked over and be like, why are they screaming?
That was me.
Ace is like, I wish that was me. He's like, Shelly, you're fucking this up. This is supposed to be us here. We were supposed to close things off first, and we're supposed to be that couple that gets the first or the second date. Urgh. But I do like that he's very happy for his friend.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so fucking cute.
Yeah, it's really important, especially because
She's saying it's so fucking cute. Yeah, you can't say that it's so fucking cute, but it is very cute. It's very sweet. Yeah, it's nice to know that everybody's staring at the same sun and the same moon, just maybe at different times of the day. So it is very sweet.
I'm so sorry. I'm bad with maps,
You're fine.
obviously.
Honestly, like I barely knew that was.
I think she actually meant Berlin, Berlin, Germany, and then it just confused him because he's like, wait, Belgium. No, Belgium is the country. Brussels, Belgium. Haven't been to either, so those will be next on my list. I'll probably go to. Which would I go first? I don't know. I'll maybe go to Berlin first because I have a friend that lives there. I think I might make it there this summer.
See things through with
Oh,
Grayson.
yeah.
I don't like the whole playing limbo with everything. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, he shot her down. I mean, I guess he makes a connection pretty quick and he locks in and he doesn't necessarily want to be in the like a triangle or splitting his focus and his energy. But I'm shocked that he wouldn't be curious about what it'd be like to explore with Adrina.
Long time, so I feel a little offended. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily friend zoned you, but he shot down pursuing anything romantic.
Thank you. We could just keep this going. You know what I'm saying?
But I wish you would just speak a little bit more romantically or just a little softer. If she just was like, yeah, so I mean, we're open and we have this great banter. Should we maybe explore things and have some more chats to see if like we can take it out of just friends chatting to maybe something more? Since we have so much in common and we connect here, see if we can connect here.
Okay.
Conversation with Alandria.
Oh, really? It really? I don't think that they should be doing this. Taylor, yeah, okay, well, you're going to lose them both. I think she has him, though. Like, the fact that she makes him feel like a little kid and giddy and butterflies in his stomach and, you know, he agrees that he feels like himself, or he's being himself. I think this is more expression and emotion about how he's feeling than he ever gave to Alandria. He might be just kind of fighting with the fact that they've had so much time together. With the fact they had so much time together, I think that he feels like he needs to still explore it. But from what he's saying, I feel like he's more invested in Clark. See, he's never done that either, I don't think. Like, being like, oh, give me a kiss. I want a kiss. Give me a kiss. Like, he's never really... He did it once, kind of, in the photo booth, but, like, it was still more goofy. It was still goofy. And, like, kiddish. This is more, like, more romantic, like, more relationship-y.
Just to dive deeper with Huda and take that connection more seriously, so...
See... Shelly doesn't want to have a conversation with anybody. She doesn't want to have a conversation with Huda. Doesn't want to have a conversation with Chris. Doesn't want to have a conversation with Ace. So, what is she doing on this show? Like, that's all this is about, is like exploring connections, and so these games are to cause drama. That's the show.
I'm feeling really good about Huda, actually. So.
Oh, and I'm happy that he's decided to just allow her to do her thing and focus on Huda. Huda might not be the best friend to Shelly, or she might be selfish in certain moments. I think that not thinking about others before herself. But I do think that she's handling this budding relationship with Chris a lot better than she did with Jeremiah. I think it's a lot healthier. And I think that it will irritate Shelly that Huda will end up getting the guy.
Sure, I'll take it. I have a hard time accepting things.
That's true. Just accept him being nice to you. He's giving you a damn shirt off his back. Take it. Take it. Don't make it like a big challenge, Huda. Just accept it.
I don't have one. I always attract emotionally unstable women. I don't know yet.
Oh god.
I think probably that you are, because if you've seen a little bit of Huda's previous episodes, you'd see that she's a little bit maybe emotionally immature, maybe, or yeah, we'll say emotionally immature. I don't know if she's unstable, but she can have unstable moments for sure that we've seen. So, I mean, the fact that he's still interested in her, it's wild. But I do like that they're playing the music, so I'm feeling it. I'm into it. I think that he is willing to make her feel okay, like make her feel safe, and I think that that's really important for Huda. Because I feel as though when she kind of crashes out, it's when she stops feeling safe. And I feel like he understands that, and just naturally he is reassuring and comforting, and still is very stable. So as right now, I feel like he's a good match for her, and it seems like they like each other, and it seems like it's starting healthily. This is a kiss. Like, this is definitely a kiss. Definitely a kiss. Definitely interested as to what this new game will be, or so maybe it's going to be like sending a question or a comment to somebody in the villa anonymously, or maybe they'll say who it's from. No, I think it'll be about anonymously, because it looks like they all put the questions in the mailbox separately. So it's definitely going to cause some drama. I'm curious what everybody will say and to whom. Yeah, I can't think right now what people might ask, but Alandria will be like, Taylor, do you still have feelings for Alandria, or something like that? Actually, maybe Alandria might write that, or even Clark might write that. Or no, Clark might say hers towards Alandria, Anyways, I think it's going to be very messy. And I'm looking forward to it. So subscribe to the channel, like this video. Let me know what you think some of these questions might be. Did you like this episode? I thought it was a pretty solid episode. It wasn't too dramatic, but I thought it had all the elements of a good episode. I do like people finding connections. And if it's going to be Huda and Chris, then Huda and Chris are finding a connection, and so are Nick and Sierra. So I'm happy about that. I'm hoping that Amaya and Elan might work out. Maybe even Zach and Alandria. Like, maybe they'll start vibing, and then they'll have that question will come in and kind of fuck that up, but we'll see what happens. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so you know every time that I drop a new reaction video. And I guess that's it. Take care, everybody. Bye.